Hello, everybody. Um, I, as an individual, I'm continuously in a state of muse. That pretty much means that I'm continuously in deep thought, and I'm always contemplating the recognition that I require so that we can recognize. Because when I say I and we, I say once I get the information, I want to share it with thee so that we become better asserted with the information so that we can better assist ourselves, because ultimately we are not recognizing the situation because it's done in a manner where it's blindly pursuing us. And of course, I've given input already, and I've addressed enough for me to be recognized as an individual that recognizes the recognition. And so, but I feel sometimes that despite my awareness and my willingness to offer us an opportunity to grow, to witness, to better see, I feel offended because I a lot of times feel as if I'm wasting my time. It appears that individuals believe, because through my contemplations, through my muse, I come to realize that people believe that because I'm okay, then I'm gonna mind my business. But the thing is that you're only okay because you're just 1 millimeter away from being affected by the what it is that this society does to us as a whole, meaning the population. They have an organized whoa, like it's so organized that they're actually doing it and we don't even see, or we don't pay attention, or we think it's just the way it's supposed to be, and we don't understand the wholeness, the complete entity that is being placed on us, and we are being bamboozled. We are being maniacally mistreated. And so I've given examples, but I'll give some of them and then I'll add one more. And if I find as I continue to communicate another, I'll share that one as well. However, I've stated before that one of the things that this society does is they for example, in New York, they have, and in Chicago, and I'm sure other areas. I'm just not familiar with all areas, but they have trains, and then they're the ones that are underground, which is called subway, and then the ones that are outdoors, they're elevated. Well, if you recognize, like, say, for example, in Manhattan, all of their trains are underground, and then the ones that are above ground are the ones in the outer boroughs, right? And there's a reason, a salacious reason, a demonizing reason for that to be occurring, and that is that the rich have taken the island of Manhattan and converted it into what they want to consider as the a rich place to live. And so they use everything in their power to not be affected by what's the surroundings. And I'll tell you, man, it's crazy out there. And I'm over here in Texas now, and I'm studying this environment, and I do know that at a level of masonry, meaning the masons, at a level of masonry, these individuals are here too. So I can imagine that it's being bamboozled here as well. But going back to New York, right? So, for example, you know, in politics, you'll have individuals, and they'll say, "Hey, listen, you know, um, you know, Thomas Edison is a forefather. Oh my God, he's an inventor." Oh my God, right? So they so much they I was gonna use the word acclimate, but I'm sorry. They love him. And but do you realize that in Manhattan they have Tesla's altering current, meaning alternating. That's the word I wanted to say. Alternating. They have the alternating current, which is underground, and the outer boroughs have motherfucking Thomas Jefferson's direct current. And do you realize that that direct current, all that current that's out in the streets, are cancer consuming? Like literally, if we hang out too much next to all of these wires, we can get cancer from that shit. And the rich, them niggas love motherfucker Thomas Jefferson. But if you go into Manhattan, I'm talking about 42nd Street, 59th Street, 72nd Street. As you go into the big numbers, 155th in Manhattan, that will be considered poor. So if you go down 42nd Street, you won't see any direct current. You won't see those poles with the wires. You won't see that shit. You will not see that. So that's one. Two, you have television, right? And if you look at your television, you'll notice that a lot of the times your television zooms, or it blurs, or it'll have flashes. And other things that your television does as well. Do you realize that that shit is done to affect your eyes? That shit is insane. These are the things that are occurring to us. And I'm sharing because as you watch TV and you notice these things, don't be a fucking idiot. I've seen idiots, like literally, since I know of its existence and I see, and like say for example, I watch television with someone, anyone, or it doesn't have to be a television. It could be a movie. It could be anything, a football game. It could be anything. And you watch it. And in football, check it out. They'll have the logo of the NFL or whatever it is, and they'll throw that shit at the front at fast race to your face. My advice is move your eye, because when that flash comes, again, it is done purposely by masonry. And mind you, I'm going to get off the subject a little, but you have police that are masons, and you have those lower level masons. They're called minions, right? These minions are fucking idiots. And I tell them all the time, police, they're nothing more than a fucking idiot. And I don't want to get off the subject because I want to remain on it, but I'll try to explain that at a later moment if I remember, okay? And I'll prove. So it ain't some bullshit, right? It's proof. I prove they're stupid. Prove it. So the flashes are there from the TV to blind us. That shit is insane. When say for example, it's like I almost have to go back to that minion shit, police and masons and minions. It's almost like I have to go back to that shit, right? So, like say for example, the police investigate someone, right? And they're being told by the upper ups to do so, right? So this is what occurs. And this is sort of proof for stupid police, okay? Because there's more that I can, because again, I go through fucking muses, yo. You have no fucking idea. As a matter of fact, me even getting to this level to where I'm concerned and that I want everyone around me to be advised. By the way, thank God for this, because ultimately, I'm only doing God's job. That's all I'm doing. I don't care about nothing else. So the police investigate you, but when they investigate you, they can't investigate you without knowing most of the time. So, someone else says, hey, listen, go get that guy, right? Because that's how they do it. Go get that guy. Even if I'm a cop and I'm in the streets and I'm getting somebody, yo, I need help. All the rest of them come. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is like, let's go get them, right? So it comes sometimes with authority figures, like a fucking gang telling the minion gang, the motherfucking lower level gang, not the fucking OG, and say, yo, go get him. Same idea. initiations are the same. Go beat somebody up or go kill somebody if you want to be a part of this gang. Same thing with the fucking police. You want your fucking job? Go get that nigga. And sometimes that means your life, man. That's not a stupid thing, yo. Sometimes you don't even know why you're arresting somebody and you're getting killed, and then that's not stupid to you. That's stupid to me. But these are just some of the examples of why I consider them stupid. But there are more, like I said. So do you know that when they investigate and the police tell the upper ups, hey, listen, upper ups, this guy, and when they say they want to kill you, like Fidel Castro, right? They want to kill you. They investigate the shit that this nigga eats. They investigate the shit this nigga, how he sleeps. They investigate everything about this motherfucker so that they can find the right opportunity to get him. And sometimes, when it comes to food, the motherfuckers will poison food, meaning Masons, they will poison food, put that shit on the shelf of motherfucking supermarkets, knowing that individual most likely is gonna go get that food that he fucking likes because he was investigated. He'll eat that shit, he'll get cancer, or depending on what level of poison the Masons decide to use up on that day. It could be to kill him poison, or it could be poison just to motherfucking fuck with his body, give him cancer. So they'll do that shit. Guess what? They don't only put one, because what are the chances are that this individual's only going to get that one box? No, they'll put all the boxes. And then guess what? Niggas go up in that supermarket. Police too. This is another stupid reason for, why police are stupid. They'll go and they'll get, yeah, I'm going to get this shit today and I'm hungry, And they got you too. All because they want to get fucking Castro. Crazy. So in other words, what I'm saying is police are not arresting the poverty, because hello, they're in the impoverished areas, right? So they'll get the fucking nigga who wants to fucking drink and drive. The niggas will get the niggas that are selling drugs. They'll get the niggas that are doing whatever they can do to make some fucking money, and they'll arrest them, right? So that's just the way it works, right? So with that being said, so these motherfuckers literally are arresting, and there's never the solution of stop arresting. So police are actually in a position, and the best analogy would be that they have a job that's suicidal. I'm not making none of this up. Yo, I'm telling you, this is straight up muse, my nigga. Straight up fucking muse. Y'all niggas don't understand how it feel to be me, nigga. Let me tell you, boy. What? Let me continue. So these niggas, right? They have a job that they are arresting, never fucking recognizing the reality. So do you know that the actual reason for police is not even for them to be arresting all these motherfucking what they consider derelicts? I call it most individuals that are seeking survival of the fittest, which means that they need to live and they have no fucking job, be it for whatever reasons. One, they didn't educate themselves or couldn't educate themselves, because there are people that are just simply dumb and don't understand shit, don't get it. And then there are individuals that don't give a fuck, and then you have people that are incarcerated, and then you have people that are fucking, mentally ill, or whatever the fucking circumstances in their lives are, and these individuals need to eat, but the fucking government has a fucking barrier in place so that individuals can't. So in other words, a person who gets out of jail with a felony, looks for a job, can't get a fucking job. So what do you think that individual's going to do? Don't you think that the Masons and the upper ups know what they're going to do? They're just going to go back into the streets. Police are going to eventually meet that person again. That person this time is going to be better equipped, because that person is fucking in dire need, and he's on a level of, if I don't do this, I'm going to die anyway, so I'm just going to fucking kill a police. I'm going to shoot this motherfucker. Fuck him. If this nigga's going to affect my fucking desire to hunger, nigga, I got to kill this nigga. I'm sorry. And you don't think the upper Masons know that? So the police are in a job where the upper ups know that they are putting their lives on the line. And guess what? That's why they give the police guns. They don't give the police guns because you're my friend, they're your friend. They give them a gun because they know that this is going to be used as a tool to protect the rich. We don't see police motherfucking shooting politicians. We see fucking what they call mentally ill individuals. And I've never heard of one that's a police. But if you did, all right, cool. Not cool, but either way, you know. But at the end of the day, 99 to 100% is to protect the rich. So now the rich has other fucking protections as well, right? They have fucking SWAT, they have DEA, they have FBI, they have CIA. Yo, they have so much protection. And do you know the fact that they have police, they have FBI, they have CIA, and they're different forms of law enforcement, and they don't communicate through each other the same because they're different levels of communication? That is done salaciously by the rich, yo. What do I mean? That when you cause separation, you just created conquer and divide. That's what you created. And the rich are fucking great. Yo, do you know that the rich give guns to the streets? We don't need those shits. Why can't we fight? And we shouldn't be fighting. But why can't we fight? Why do we gotta kill? Because they know that the beast in the human is there, and that they will give a gun and that these beasts will use it. No other reason. And these are the things that the rich are doing to humanity, that we are meeting, that we are encountering. And the police, to me, are stupid. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to say all bad either. They're good too, meaning fuck it, man. While the good is good and the good is going, get going. And if they're willing to protect us in that, you know, aren't in crime, and we are being protected, shit, fuck that. Thank you too. But at the end of the day, you're protecting the rich. The rich feel like gods. And that's what I call devil gods. Gods! And these motherfuckers are doing that television shit, that Thomas fucking Edison shit, the direct current and cancer, and putting it in the poor areas. If you go to Manhattan, you won't see it. If you go to Manhattan, you won't have elevated trains. You'll have subways. And they fucking, oh my God, and this is being done on purpose. Why? Through capitalism. So a cop having a suicidal job is only there for the purpose of the rich. And we are expendable. So if a person dies that is a police, nigga died. Nigga, you know how many broke poor people want a fucking job to become a police officer? So you know how police are killing people? You know that shit? That shit ain't good. Police, you better stop that shit. When police have bad attitudes, oh motherfucker, shut up, motherfucker. Oh, you trying to be a smart ass? Yo, you trying to be a smart ass? Oh, you trying to... Whatever that fucking police stupid fucking attitude is. If you realize they don't get punished, immunity. It's recent that they are being punished now. And why? Because the population is getting angered. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says. When the population rises as one, police, y'all dead. Motherfucking politician. As a matter of fact, I don't even want to say it that way. I want to say, police, yo, you know what you should do? Even if you're in your uniform, you better go in the direction of killing those politicians, because if you're trying to defend them niggas, oh Lord, you're gonna be trampled, because the population is eager. The infestation of the undesirable greatest sentiment the hatred that is embedded in society through the demoralization that they equip themselves with due to the actions of the police and or politicians are so great that when that anger explodes, California, nigga, will be the perfect. Reginald Denny, oh my God, y'all niggas, what y'all did to motherfucking that dude, I forgot his name, that started all that shit with the police beating his ass up. By the way, the police killed him. Believe that shit. And it wasn't police, probably police Masons, most likely, because Masons is crazy, I'm telling you. And they're the ones that are fucking up this world. I'm telling you. Devil gods. And they are so protected that they feel that they could do anything to us. And you know where they get started? Fraternities. This is what I don't get. Sometimes I wonder, why are fucking the Middle Easterns bombing up a building? Why don't you go bomb up a fucking fraternity? Because those are the motherfuckers, the future pieces of shit that are going to affect society. I don't get it. And mind you, I don't think anyone should hurt anyone. But if you're going to do it, nigga, plot good. Don't be fucking doing the wrong thing, nigga. Shit. Seriously. And let me go to the next one. Do you know that I came to the conclusion, I've been studying, man. You have no idea, man. I literally look at people's feet because I say, why is it that a lot of people's big toe are bent? Look at people's feet and you'll see what I mean. The big toe is in. Instead of straight, it's in. Instead of straight, it's in. Straight, in. It's like this, the big toe. So I've concluded through capitalism and police, you wear shoes too, motherfuckers. Y'all crazy, man. The big toe is bent for capitalism, orthopedic, because you can pay to go get it fixed. And if you don't get it fixed, deal with it. And if you deal with it, you just struggle. And so you have to make decisions and calculate if you have enough capitalism in your life, if you have enough money to fix it. And if you don't, nigga, you just have to deal with a fucking bent toe. I saw this girl one time that I had sex with. Her toe was so bent that shit looked like a fucking right angle. I was like, what sport did you play? Nigga, I played football and basketball. I'm constantly cutting. And my shit ain't. And you? That shit was like bang. I was like, how the hell? What fucking shoe did you wear? Because I'm already on that motherfucking capitalism. And so all of these things that we deal with in humanity is because the rich has placed protection, CIA, FBI, police, DEA, all that crazy shit, jails as well. All that shit was put in place so they could get protected, so that the fraternities can become the new fucking masonry. They don't need to be the president because they are richer than rich. So why would they be president? And president is a form of narcissism, truthfully, because they want to feel in their mind the almighty power, which is insane, because ultimately I've learned that a president is no more than a mere figurehead. And so the fraternities are creating, and the Jews too, by the way. And you Jews, y'all insane. Y'all haven't learned in history. Y'all history. You better study your fucking history, you fucking degenerates. Y'all better study y'all fucking history. Yo, God, this nigga decided to speak to me. I'm a messenger, son. And nothing I said is not true. All I've spoken is nonfiction. I'm not here trying to sound like a derelict. As a matter of fact, I think I sound pretty educational, pretty aware. I'm not here for you. I'm not here for me. I'm here because I'm taking a stand because I got fucked with to assist even my attackers. My attackers were the police. My attackers were the Masons. My attackers were the psychiatrists. My attackers were the people that lied on me. Or a form of exaggeration would be a lie. Those are thinking errors, Mr. Alaska. Alaska's Children's Services, when you lied on me, whether you want to call it exaggeration or not, go to Alaska Children's Services and get your goddamn thinking errors correctly, because you used thinking errors, you sons of bitches, and you brought all that shit to me. And this is my reason for taking a stance for us. I need you all to conclude to the fucking realities, because ultimately it's gonna get worse. Yo, you know how fucking psychopathic these fucking politicians are? Not the see, I can't even say the rich, put it that way. Yo, these niggas are so badass, they communicate to each other. Like, say for example, a fucking rich guy in Brazil, a rich guy in fucking England, a rich guy in fucking France, or not guys but rich people, and they communicate through movies. Through fucking movies, they are communicating with each other. So when you get shit like the movie Escape from New York, and if you haven't seen it, check it out, man, because it's almost becoming a reality. And that movie was done in the 70s. It's about New York being one big prison. And boy, do New York need to be one big prison. What? Do you know how bad it is out there? Yo, it is insane out there. And of course, Chicago too. And of course, I'm not trying to say Boogie is the Boogie. I'm not trying to say the Boogie is the only crazed place. Or Brooklyn, the BX, the BK, all that crazy shit. Yo, I'm telling you right now, I understand it's elsewhere. Poverty, jail, politicians not allowing advancement to those individuals, survival of the fittest enters society seeking to eat because they're fucking hungry, can't get a job. Police have a suicidal job. We are killing each other because police are getting killed too. Now you have the politicians sitting badass. President Bush just recently died at the age of 94. Trayvon Martin, motherfucking Mike Brown, and the many people that have been killed or jailed. Those people are just a product of masonry, and the police that die, a product of masonry. And these motherfuckers, police become Masons, and they feel authoritized. Hey, I'm Billy Badass. I'm a motherfucker because I am the devil's advocate. And they don't even realize that they're just being subjected by salaciousness from the rich, and that they're nothing but a mere fucking piece of shit that will be affected by the very people they're protecting. I'm not saying nothing wrong. If you're going to be mad at my statements, be mad because you're dumb. Don't be mad because I'm the mirror to your idiotic. I'm just your mirror. Nigga, look, I'm telling you, this is not a game. And if we don't stop this, we're just gonna die like we're doing now. Cancer's at a high rate. Diabetes is at a high rate. Niggas bent toes are at a high rate. Blindness is at a high rate. I mean, what else is out there, yo? It's so many. It's insane. And all this is us, the poor. Police, y'all poor too. Shit. We all poor, okay? Yo, nigga, you have a job that's a suicidal job. You're telling me that was your preference, to find a job that you have a chance of being killed and that the money's worth it? Nah, son, stop. You gotta be a fucking dick if you really think that shit. Seriously. I'm telling you, we are bamboozled by the rich because the devil gods want to fuck with us. And if we don't stand up together, meaning, yo, police, stop arresting so many people. Put in place psychological approaches rather than brutal forces, so that there is a greater advancement in our population. Let me add a little bit more, right? The rich, right? Yo, Washington, the White House, they a gang leader, right? Listen, this is where the president's at, right? They're a gang leader, right? Do you know that I learned that they are the responsible parties for taxes, right? So they're stealing from us. Taxes is stealing. I don't care what you say, because they make money, meaning there's machines. Machines, nigga. They make money. They don't need to take our money. Economy is based off of supply and demand, right? Nothing else. So for as long as we have money and we buy, nigga, economy works. They don't need to steal our money. And mind you, they take that money and they do whatever they want with it, nigga. They start wars with that shit. Yo, they give weapons to fucking other countries so that they can have civil wars. And guess what? That's what they're doing to the streets. They're giving us guns, and police and criminals, they're having a civil war. That shit's been going on for decades, fucking centuries probably. And you think that you are smart? I'm proving that you're dumb. And I'm not here for that. I'm not here to insult. I'm here to mirror you. I'm here to get you to witness your stupidity. And I hope that you guys, police, can stop arresting people through brutal force and try to find greater psychological approaches to assist the environment and allow people to get jobs. Because ones that don't get jobs, survival of the fittest needs to eat. You stand in their way, my nigga, you die. And that's what's happening to police. You're fucking with somebody's food. And you think that that's okay to allow to continue? Find a psychological approach. Get away from the brutal force, which is allowed by the politicians, because if you kill them, one less motherfucker, and also we are all expendable, because like I said, nigga can't get a job. You die too. So what are you saying? It's insane. So they take out taxes. Now through taxes, right? The city government, the state government is now also doing state taxes. So Washington is stealing, the states are learning to steal, and so now we have state taxes. 8% in New York. And then, what is it, 40% for Washington? So already that's 48% of your fucking check. Especially if you start buying shit, right? Oh man, it's crazy. Then they want to create parking tickets. They want to fucking meet quotas and And yo, them niggas stopped me and gave me a summons for something that I didn't do. And what was I supposed to do? Fucking have a shouting match with the police because I don't have a gun. So have a shouting match and then smart ass Billy badass, I'm going to arrest you now, and now I gotta deal with that shit, yo. Nigga, I had to eat that shit, right? But I gotta tell you, nigga, one day I see a police car, I'm gonna break that shit. And you know what's crazy about that? That a police car, even if I break it, that actual police car was produced by civilization, not by the fucking agency itself, because ultimately the agency is stealing money from the constituents. I hope I said that shit right. And they're stealing money from us. Parking tickets, speeding tickets for every fucking thing. And then they buy all the current shit that they have. And so that's another thing aside the blindness from TVs, the bent toes from shoes, or the hearing from fucking trains. That shit, being stolen, taxes, all that shit, that's another identifier of how our world will eventually become, which I was telling you about movies, will eventually become, like I told you about Escape from New York and how New York really should become one big prison, because you don't know what I know about that fucking insane place. And now it's the Hunger Games. The rich are communicating with each other. And they're so Billy badass that we are going to the movies and liking this fucking movie, The Hunger Games, when they're non-verbally sending us a message through verbal, and we're like, oh, good movie. Oh, man. Yo, you saw The Hunger Games, man? Yo, that shit is crazy. Yo, you saw them niggas? Yo, they were in sections, and they were standing, and they were all hungry looking, and they had to eat. Them niggas got to kill each other. Oh, shit. That's our future. And the police are allowing the rich to do that. You have a suicidal job. You're expendable. I was in the military. I was a correctional officer. And I'm telling you, when God decided to speak to me and make me a messenger, what do you think it is that I'm doing here? I'm sending you that message. And I'm here for you. I don't like what y'all did to me, but the power of the message is grander than your ignorance. And when God decides he wants to give me the opportunity to motherfucking slap one of you, I will take it. That's on a human level. But on a spiritual level, at the end of the day, the fucking power of the message is greater than your stupidity. And that's why I'm not angered. Because I'd rather wake you up. You understand? May God bless us all. Give us greater opportunity. And he has helped us thus far in the fact that he at least is giving us the awareness that we need so that we can adapt to a different set of mindset and have a better recognition to what it is we have to do to absolve, separate, sequester, those are all synonyms, the rich's mannerisms to us. If we don't make them respect us, we are disrespected, which is what's occurring. And also, Police Commissioner, I believe that's your title, Renee Hall, if you ever wanted a greater perspective to forming a greater contemplation for a better police force, I'm willing to assist you. Because ultimately, as the messenger, evidently, I have the figment of my imagination, because a messenger basically is a summary of what he knows. Does that shit make sense to you? And I also want to assist psychiatry. I want to make you people better doctors. Because ultimately, I'm not lying. And I don't give a fuck about you thinking you're offended, because you offended me. And that is, you people are fucking stupid as well. Yo, people, you're not going to tell me that you are head doctors and we're dealing with all the disasters in population and you think you're doing a good job. Fuck out of here. Some idiot educated you through what they know, which they don't know everything, evidently. And you educated yourself and now you think you know it all? You became a genius because you became educated? How about you became a fucking deadbeat idiot? I'm not making this up. Look at the population! It's insane. So, Police Commissioner Renee Hall, I would love to assist you. I really would. So if you ever wanted guidance, I'm the motherfucker. Psychiatry. If you needed guidance, boy. Oh, and mind you, psychiatry, you motherfuckers, for your offenses, I'm not helping you for free. I'll help Renee Hall for free. But you motherfuckers, I need to become a millionaire. I'm sorry, and I'm not making this up. I need to become a millionaire. Survival of the fittest is hard, yo. By the way, that was a message. God bless you all. I wish us well. And I hope that you gathered so that we can make the rich respect. Because we are dying and disfigured. Bent toes. Oh my God. Through shoes? You gonna tell me that there's not a better quality shoe? Come on, tell me. Fuck out of here. It's done on purpose.